Hey YouTube, welcome to TCTN. If you have not been here before, my name is Dion and TCTN stands for the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube because I'm a little kooky, little crazy. I do some shenanigans every now and then, and the troll because look at this face. Is this not a troll face? And when I put on face paint, I think I'm a cute troll, but still a troll. So that's the TCTN. So if that sounds like something you're into, just like weird, just stuff, and also makeup over 50, skincare over 50, I'm 51 years old type stuff, tutorials, chit chat, blah blah blah. If that sounds good to you, and if you do like this video, go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell. And for those of you who are returning, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And you guys who are returning, y'all know what time it is. Chapstick time. Maybe one day I'll start a video without putting on chapstick. I don't know. It's kind of my thing now, just like the TC10. Like, yeah, this crazy troll, she waits till she starts a video and puts on chapstick. That's the shenanigans I'm talking about. So thank you for being here. We're going to do another look, which will be look number 4 with the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. But first I'm going to, and this is what she looks like, and I do have a playlist if you want to see the other looks that I've done and also listen to why I repurchased it. My eyes are tearing a little bit. My allergies are horrible. I'm going to do something with the under eye. I didn't put on any concealer yet. The other videos I did already have concealer on. I did do my brows already though. I put my tails on. The first thing I do before I put on concealer, first of all, let me dab my eyes because they are tearing, and I'm hoping they stay dry enough for me to do this eye look. And yes, my eyes are still red from the irritation from yesterday when I used the Natasha Denona eyeshadow base. So they're looking pinkish. That's still from yesterday. Yeah. So before I do my under eye concealer, the way I do that is just from a technique that Wayne Goss did a while ago, and it was an updated routine. He said even if you've done skincare earlier in the day, which I did, put some more eye cream on. This will help, he says, your concealer from creasing, and I find that it actually does. And I don't use a lot of concealer anyway, which helps because I have wrinkles, and so whatever I put under here is going to crease, which is why I do like 2 dots here and a dot here, because the less product there is under there, the less there is to crease. So he said to put on your, and I'm always scratching too for those of you who are new. And then he said put on eyeshadow primer. This is the Fenty eyeshadow primer, which I love. And this technique has really been working for me. And I've been doing this for a while now. And I'm going to take a brush that I did not have out. I have my other brushes ready though. This is a Sephora foundation brush, number 47. I like it because it's slanted. And so we're going to smooth out that primer underneath my eye. So this video may be a little longer than the previous ones with this palette because I am showing how I do my under eye for you new folks. Then we take the concealer, which I didn't pull that out either. I'm going to use the number 13 today. Yesterday I used the 11.5 butterscotch, which I did like. You know what, I'm going to just use that again today because I do think it looks good. Maybe a tad light, but I think it looks good. So this is 11.5 butterscotch. This is the Sephora Bright Future Gel Concealer, and I don't know why I always need to read it because I've been using this probably for like 10 years. And so I put like 2 little dots here, or sometimes just a line, and I put a line here because as you can see there's a lot of redness here from me dabbing my eyes because of how horribly they've been tearing. So that's what I do, and then I blend that out. So you notice I didn't put any directly under my eye, but I do pat it over to the under eye area. And so this is like very little concealer. I think I might put the 13 on top just a little bit, or I'm not sure because I do set it with translucent powder, which does kind of wash me out a little bit too. Makes me look a little ashy sometimes, to be honest with you. And it's more noticeable when I don't put on foundation, which I'm not going to do today. So forgive me for not giving like a complete face look and just doing just the eyes. And so this is what that is looking like. And I'm still seeing a lot of discoloration. So I am going to go ahead and take the number 13, the same brand, and put a little bit right here. Using the same brush, we're going to pat that out and around. Okay. And make sure you blend in around the edges, what I do. So it's not real noticeable that it's just like a light patch right there. But then I will also cover that with translucent powder as well. I think I liked it better without the 13. I don't know. And then I take translucent powder. This is the Lancome Long Time No Shine Translucent Mattifying Setting Powder. This is not the container it came in. I put it in this container because I really like this container. I'm going to use the same brush, tap it, and then tap it off. And then set my under eye area. And so you see what I mean? Like how it kind of washes me out a little bit. I'm going to take a powder brush and just try and wipe off some of that excess powder. Try to make it not look so obvious that all I have on is concealer, even though it is obvious. All I have is concealer. I am delirious. I took a migraine pill earlier, and it does make me a little loopy. And so after this video, I'll probably just take a nap. So this is what we're working with. So just focus on here up. Don't look at the trollness down here. The Fenty eyeshadow primer. We're going to put that on. I'm going to stop talking so I can speed through this part. I'm also going to take some underneath my lower lash line. Careful not to poke myself in the eye. Going to take a Sephora Pro Stippling Concealer Brush number 52. Onto the palette, we are going to use the entire bottom row. With the previous looks that I've done, I've been keeping track of which shadows I've been using because I do want to make sure I use every shade in this palette at least 4 times. There's some that will be used more than that, such as transition shades. This one I've been using for liner. This one I've been loving for brow bone highlight. And so, but I realized when I was looking at what I had used and what I had not used a lot from this bottom row. And so I am going to do that. And later on in the series, I'll do a look with the middle row and then also the top row. And then I may do columns because I'm looking at this and I see that each look is a column. And I know that she does her palettes that way, where you can do a look using a quad, this quad right here, this quad right here. This one would be like a very, for me, hardly any type of color at all, but that could be a quad. This here could be a quad, this one, and also this one. And so I like her palettes for that reason. Usually you can do columns or you can do rows, and then of course you can mix and match, which is what my previous videos I did. And so for right now, we're going to take Soul, which is this one right here, and we're going to put this on the first portion of our lid, the inner portion of our lid. And for those of you who are new, I do take my crease colors. I do take my lid colors up into the crease because I have hooded eyelids and I want the color to be seen. So that is why I do take them up above the crease. And we're going to take that same shade and put that on the lower lash line. Whatever we place on the lid, we're going to do the same placement under the lower lash line. Next, we're going to take Morgana, which is this shade here, and this is a dual chrome. We're going to place that next to Soul. You'll notice that I raise my eyebrows when I put on the lid color up into the crease because I want to make sure I'm not missing any space here. And then I'll relax my brows and see how much of that color I can see above the crease line. And so even though they say don't raise your eyebrows, it's fine to do that as long as you relax them and look straight and see where that color actually is. And so this is why, again, I take my lid colors above the crease so that when I look at you, you can still see that color that is on my lid. And also I know where I'm placing it because I can feel my brow bone right here, the bottom part of my brow bone right here. And so just by feel, I know where the color is going anyway. And so I kind of know what it's going to look like, but I still want to look up just to see, just to make sure. We're going to take that first brush and just lightly blend over, just to blend those two colors together. I did not put any additional color on this brush. We're also going to take that same shade Morgana and put it underneath the lower lash line. Then we're going to take Panjin, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It is spelled P-A-N-G-I-N, Panjin, maybe that's it. And we're going to put that on the outer portion of the eye. I think I already said that. I do believe this is my first time using this shade. I like it. It's very rich. Also, if you have puffy eyelids like I do with all this space, sometimes, like now, when I was brushing it over, all it's doing is moving my skin. And so I need to do this to flatten out the skin along the lower portion of my brow bone, just to get the brush to move across my skin, which in turn moves the color, versus just pushing the skin and the color's not going anywhere. And so when you hear people say, don't do this or don't do that, think about why they're saying that. And if you've tried it and it didn't work for you, you have to do what works for you. And this is what works for me. And we're also going to take that same shade, Panjin, on the outer portion of our lower lash line. We're going to take Bermuda, this shade here, and I'm saying crease color, but it's really transition color because I have lid colors where my crease is. And so we're going to take this shade above the line of those lid shades. So this will be our transition, and I'm going straight in. I didn't say what the other brushes were. This is an Estee V34. So I'm going to gently start sweeping it just on the top edge of those colors. And it should give me a really nice blend, and also because this color is light, it's not going to add a lot of colors. It's just going to blend them out. Like you see how this one looks, and then as I'm blending over here, you see how that's blending out that harsh line. So this color, even though it's very light on me, it does serve a purpose. So you see the difference between this line and how this looks? Yeah, that's what this shade does for me. So we're going on the outer edge and blending. And I could relax my lids to do this too, but do you see how my skin is moving? I don't want my skin to move. I just want the brush to move to sweep the shadow on. Okay, so you see how that blended that out? I'm gonna take a little bit more. And I'm also gonna dip again, straight in, and I do always tap off my brush, and I'm just going to do this. Then I'm going to take Igneous. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but we're gonna put this sort of in the same area, but closer to the upper line of those shadows and not all the way up as a transition, because how this brush did cover this entire area, this brush is a little bit smaller, and this is the Estee V33. So we're going to take this shade here, Igneous, I guess, I'm not sure, and we're going to go straight in, and we're actually going to go right on that line. We're also going to take that and bring it down. We're going to take that first blending brush and we're just going to buff that out. We're going to sweep this in on the corners and go in small circular motions. So we're going to sweep this inward and start here and make small circular motions. I did not put any extra shadow on this brush. And we're also going to take that same shade and use it as a liner for our upper lash line with the Asom T03. We're going to take Ice Gold, this shade here, and use this for our brow bone highlight. And this is a Beauty Blender eye winger brush liner something or other that for me with liner, this did not work at all. I waited too late to return it. I had purchased 2 of them. They would not let me return it. They would not give me store credit. They would not let me exchange it. So I said, you know what, let me just see if this will work for brow bone highlight. And if not, then I will just give this brush away. It doesn't look like, well, all right, I might can use this for that. And this is the look. This is it, minus mascara. But we're not going to do mascara because my eyes are already so irritated. So this was a look using this bottom row and Ice Gold as a brow bone highlight. I will put down below what colors are where in case you would like to try to recreate this look. And thank you for being here. Let me know what you think. I'm really liking it. Yeah, I like how that yellow soul showed up on me with my skin tone. I wasn't so sure, but I think it's looking really nice. So let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and you will see me in the next video.